Hey guys, it's Diane from the Paint Factory. I actually am on time. Yay me. So 3 o'clock on Monday, and this is a little different setup. I'm like feeling my space right now. I'm actually in my computer room. The reason why I'm in my computer room is that I promised my husband I would do my taxes today, and I'm trying to think of things I can do in the computer room without doing my taxes. So I decided I would do a Facebook Live. And I thought what I would do is maybe talk about Facebook. I don't have any pieces to share with you. So if you're around, can you let me know? And hopefully I can start seeing the comments. There you go. Thank you. Hi, my friend. How are you? I figured what I would do is start to talk about growing your Facebook page. Now, what I would like to ask you is, oh, my friend David, you did stay up. I would like to know why you're on my page. What the heck? Are you a business? Do you just like my pieces? Hello December, yay! Just so I can kind of like gear what I'm talking about. Now I have a notebook and my pen, and I'm going to be taking attendance at the beginning of the class and at the end because I want to know who snuck out. So because I can actually read the comments because I'm so gosh darn close to you, if you have any questions then just type away and hopefully I can give you the answers. So Facebook, it is a wonderful beast. It has been very, very good for my business. I would be lost without Facebook. Facebook can be a little bit daunting, and I think it's very it would be prudent of me to not or to mention that I am constantly telling you on my page that I am the world's worst business person, okay? And so why I would think I would have information that would be useful to you is beyond me, but I was trying to think of things to talk about. So I don't have a piece yet. I'm working on my first step in doing a piece is to kind of figure out the finish and the color. So that's why I've got nothing to show you. So I'm just gonna like talk and go on and on and on. So I keep looking at my notes here. So growing, the technology of Facebook is relatively easy, but if you're of my age range, it can be a little bit intimidating. Now, I'm going to be 56 in 3 months. When I was in high school, I learned to type on a typewriter. So if ever you want menus typed, I'm your person. And so, I grew up with no cell phone. I didn't have a cell phone until I was in my mid-30s. And then it was a flip phone, pay as you go. So I didn't start texting until probably about 6 years ago. And all my group of friends here, all the moms, they would go out for dinner. And then I'd find out and I'd be like, didn't invite me, did you? And they'd say, we text you. And I'm like, I have a pay-as-you-go phone. I don't text, it doesn't text. What, would you not know that I wasn't there? And they'd be like, we just thought you being you. So fair point. Anyway, so the technology of what a Facebook page is, if you're going to do a business, you need to have a business Facebook page. December, is this not true? please answer me. So I originally did not want to have a Facebook page. I thought, why? For what purpose? And someone mentioned to me, I've been painting about 7 years. Someone said to me, you really should have a business Facebook page because you can use it as a portfolio. And that makes sense, that if you're creating all these things, then you need some avenue to display them so people can then go on and look and see, sometimes even how you've grown, but what products you use, what finishes. So it's always really good to have a business page. It took me a while to get into it, and again, I'm really bad with technology, and I'm going to sidetrack here, but I have to tell you. So my friend in England, my single friend, started he joined, I think it was like Match.com or Harmony.com, and he wanted me to check his profile because I know him, right? And so he said, oh, you just do this, and then you can look, and if anything needs amending, then, let me know. I couldn't figure out how to get on to look at his profile. So rather than appear stupid, I had to join Match.com to see his profile. And so you can well imagine how the conversation went with my husband. Dawn, I just signed up for Match.com. It's not what you think. Or is it? Because you never know, right? You never know. It's always best to be prepared. So, you need a Facebook page. Absolutely. Now, if if you have a painting page or any business, right, you need to get an audience. Now, how do you get that audience? What I started doing originally was I joined a heap load of painting group Facebook pages, and I would show people, things that I did. Now, that kind of like made me into an attention whore because I just kept posting. It's me again, look, congratulate me, how wonderful I am. And eventually it kind of like, that gets stagnant after a long time, right? But if you're beginning in the whole, new small business, it helps to get your name out there. It helps to get your pieces recognized, especially if you have a really specific take on things. Like for me, I think I'm known now because of my image transfer. Now, when I first started doing image transfer, a few of my friends told me to like stop, do not get yourself into this corner because not everybody likes image transfer. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. So I kept doing the image transfer, and eventually that became my signature. So for you, that's the one thing that I would really stress, that if you are going to do social media, find your niche. I mean, it's okay to be inspired by other people's take on things, but if you can make yourself stand out in the crowd and then become recognized because of that, that's only going to help your business. At least that's what I think. What do I know? So like my Facebook page now is, I think I'm looking on here, I think it's like 17,000. 17,832 people follow this. Seems a little bit stalkerish, doesn't it? And for some reason, only 17,111 like it. I don't know what that means. I don't know what the difference between following and liking. So, you know, the social media people will tell you you have to routinely keep posting. You have to, hey Janet, you have to keep your page current. You have to really try and connect with your people. Now for me, it was really important for me to let people know who I am personally, because I think if you let people know who you are personally, then they gain a sense of trust. They know that you're going to be doing really good work. And for me, it's like, I'm not going to BS anybody. You know, I'm going to tell it how it is. Might not be the best business move, but sure as heck, you know, it feels right for me. So, so I have 17,000 people, all wonderful people. I definitely have my regulars. So what does that 17,000 people mean though, really? It means that 17,000 people over the span of, 7 years, have somehow come onto my page, whether they found me on a group page, and have either clicked like, or they've chosen to follow my posts. Now, when I do a post on Facebook, my post is not going to go to 17,000 people. If I do a post on Facebook, Facebook decides probably that maybe 1,000 people are gonna get to see that. And generally speaking, they will send it to people who have made comments or have liked a post. So the 17,000 is so, it's kind of meaningless. And I think when you're starting a new business, you get, hung up on the numbers. I absolutely, I just wanted numbers, got to grow that baby. And I've come to find out it's meaningless, because out of those 17,000 people, not all of them are going to be my customers. They're not going to be my real audience. They're going to be people who maybe want to learn to paint and want to see what I'm doing, which is good, right? They're going to want to come on. A lot of people ask me if I sell paint. I don't sell paint. They want to come on and ask questions about how I do certain things. And in the beginning, I used to give people, a lot of my time explaining, and I had to stop that because that became exhausting. So what I want to do is, so let me just backtrack, because I'm getting ahead of myself. If you have a business that sells small items, whether it's knitting, or if you're doing, beautiful watercolors, or you're into jewelry, it's good to have a really broad range of people to follow you, because these are things that you can mass produce, for lack of a better word, that you can do and keep your inventory high, and then you can ship out and you don't have to worry about shipping. So then getting your big audience is what you want to do. I'm actually in the situation now where I want to narrow down my audience. And again, could be completely bad business move, completely. What am I thinking of? But for me, it's like, I don't want pictures of my pieces to be sent to people who, you know, a few months ago just happened upon my page and then decided that not for me. So does that make sense? So I have these 17,000 people, and actually, if you go on to Insights on your computer, it will show you a graph of how many people liked your page that day and how many people didn't like your page. And at the beginning, I used to be like, oh, they don't like my page? Oh my God, can we talk about this? What do I need to do to get you to come back onto my page? And initially, it was really, I took it really personal that I am a likable person. And then afterward, you know, when I kind of like took a step back and thought, get over yourself, I realized that sometimes losing people on a Facebook page is a good thing because they're not your intended audience. So you don't want your Facebook page posts to be sent to people who have no real interest in the things that you're producing. So that's one of my big things. Don't take anything personal on a page. So if you want to do small things that you can produce quickly, grow your audience. For me, I want to kind of like narrow it down so that I get a smaller niche of people who actually either want to purchase a piece of furniture, which is always nice, or would be interested in my techniques and going on a painting class, which I think is where I'm going to be headed. So now I'm going to turn my page. So if you have any questions, because you know what I'm like, I'll just rattle on and rattle on. So what makes my page different? Do I really write? Again, this goes back to having pieces of furniture that stand out from the crowd. If you're painting furniture, it is such an oversaturated field right now. Everybody paints, everybody. You know, some are good, some are still learning, but you need your piece to like... So people know my pieces because I usually choose a certain style of furniture. I will never go near Mod Century. I don't believe that should ever, ever, ever be painted. For some reason, I'm a real purist with MCM. But, you know, my pieces, when I take the photographs, and my photographs are a little bit, I mean, they're passable. But they're always against my stair wall. And I use very little staging. I don't do knickknacks. I've never seen you advertising your work for sale. What? David, get onto my page and you look, because I have a shop thing that you can buy my pieces from. I don't know, you know, I don't push my products on people, my followers, because, and again, that's just a personal thing for me, is that for me, if I go onto a page and I feel as though the person on that page is trying to sell me something, whether it's product or whether, you know, whether it's paint or whether it's their product or something like, it's really off-putting. I don't want to be peddled to. I really, you know, I'm coming on to see what you have, but don't keep selling to me. So that's what I want to not do on my page. You know, if you want to buy a piece, please go ahead. But I'm not going to be constantly asking, sell, you need this. You need my piece, otherwise you're not going to be complete. Come on. So, my Facebook page, I love. I really, it's been wonderful for me. What I do want to talk about a little bit is the difference between a personal page and a business page, because at one point I was going to combine the two, because I very rarely post on my personal page. You know, that's just a page that, you know, I find out what's happening in England. So I get a lot of people asking to be friends, you know, a lot of Facebook requests. And I think, oh, that's really nice, but I can't be a friend. And again, this is just me. I need to, for my sanity, keep the distinction between personal and business, because I think social media, you have such a culture of overshare. And, you know, I need my little page to be my safe place. And I probably have about 100 people. I mean, it's always been private, but I think I probably have about 100 people on my personal page. And I keep making that go smaller, because you know, you make friends with people that you're in high school, and then you find out, yay, you did this, yay, oh, we actually have nothing in common. So what's the point? I know there are people who have thousands of friends. I never call my best friend in England. How can I have 1,000? Although I will tell you, one of my clients in LA, who is a New York Times best-selling author, I mean, she's fabulous. She has 5,000 friends on her personal page, because that's the maximum. So for her, she feels comfortable, you know, having this enormous friend base. But that's not me. You know, I'm one of these people where I had, you know, one good friend in high school. I have literally maybe like 5-6 really good friends in my life. And I never call them, but those are the people that, you know, are going to be there for me when I need to. So if you send me a friend request and I didn't respond, that's why. I'm sure you're very lovely people. It's nothing personal. It's just, again, for my sanity. And maybe that's another distinction between my page and another business page, is that the two will not combine. Plus, you know, I share quite a bit on here, and you know, I'm not the best friend. So we've covered all that. Now, so you have I think we're done with Facebook. Are we? Any more questions on Facebook? We have Instagram. I have an Instagram page. Did you know that? Probably not, because I don't advertise that. Instagram, I think, for the younger crowd is where people post. I'm usually on my laptop, so for me, Facebook is just an easier social media platform to use. Etsy. If you have a business, you need an Etsy store. And Etsy's, how does your Facebook compare to your Etsy sales? That's a great question. In terms of Facebook sales, I actually don't know if I've had physical Facebook sales from my Facebook page. How about that? And again, that's because I'm quite sure that I'm not bye. I just, you know, this is it. It's available. and I don't get joy in posting my things for sale. I'm like terrible. But no, so my Etsy is where I get most of my sales from. Etsy is really, really easy to set up. I did it by myself. Come on. You need an Etsy site. Probably 50% at least of my pieces get shipped to the East Coast through Etsy. Because for one, I don't know, I think my pieces just appeal to the East Coast, which is ironic because I used to live there. But yeah, so Etsy has been definitely my selling platform. And then, you know, the nice thing about that is I don't have to be like buy, which you do on Facebook. With Etsy, you present it, you give them a price, and, you know, if they want it, they buy it. Simple, which I much prefer. So get your Etsy together. It's easy, and it's only 3% commission, which is incredible, I think. With Etsy, you have to do shipping. That's okay. That's easy, right? I figured all this out. I did my homework for you guys from personal experience. If you deal with smalls, you can get like a small business account with FedEx, with UPS. I got like 80% discount on my shipping with, I believe, UPS. And I just call them and they're like, yeah, sure. If you're shipping big pieces, I'm going to be working my Etsy account. Shipping is easy. Go to, what I've started using is uship. So uship.com, uship. I'll put a link in the comments later, but uship is a platform where you tell people what you want to ship and you give the dimensions and a picture, and drivers going to that area will bid on the job. It's fantastic. And what will happen is, especially if you're shipping to like a big city, drivers will say, I'll do this for $200, and then somebody else will come in and say, no, I'll do that for $75. So there is like a $24.99 surcharge that uship charge, but I've had excellent experience. And what I did, which uship will not like, is that I started using a few of the drivers and then decided that we don't need uship, we trust each other. So now I have, 2-3 really solid drivers that I trust, and I just text them and saying, are you going to Texas? And they'll say, yeah. And they come and they blanket wrap and put the saran wrap around it, and boom. So shipping is easy. Do not get afraid of shipping. Truly. When I first started doing shipping, I had to buy the big boxes, and it was just, dear me. Actually, here's the thing: if your piece of furniture is less than £100 and within certain measurements, I can't remember what the measurements are. So like a chair, small table, you can ship through Greyhound. Who knew? Greyhound is very economical. You just take your piece to your local Greyhound station. They put it underneath the bus, and they take it to your city, your destination of choice, and your client comes and picks it up. Don't know if you remember, I did a chair with the Lady of Shalott on the back, and it was a beautiful chair, and I shipped it to, I want to say Chicago, and it was got to the Greyhound Station, well, and everything was fine. And a few days later, Greyhound called me and said, when are you going to pick this chair up, or this box? They didn't know what it was. And I said, oh, my client's not there yet. Okay, call my client. Yeah, I'm going to do it, don't worry. And I'm like, okay. And then months passed, and then I get a call from Greyhound, bless them, when are you going to come and get this box, because now you're taking the mickey. And I'm like, are you kidding me? He hasn't picked it up. So I message him, and he's like, yeah, don't worry, I got this covered. And I'm like, it's a really nice chair, you should pick it up. And so I assumed that he just picked it up. And then probably like 4 months later, he messaged me and said, what's the phone number of the Greyhound Station, because I probably need to call them and tell them I'm going to pick it up. And so what happened, it's too emotional, I can't tell you. Okay, I'll tell you. What happened is that he called them, and Greyhound said, oh, it's no longer here. We can only keep it for so long. They actually charge, I think, $5 per day storage. And because this had been months and months, I don't want to say they got rid of it, because that would be really sad. I'm hoping somebody just opened up the box and said, my God, that is a gorgeous chair. I'm taking that home. That's what I'm hoping. So yeah, so Greyhound, the man, I shouldn't laugh, but the man, my client, messaged me like in a panic, do you have any other chairs, because my wife is about to divorce me. I'd have divorced you as well. So we've got the why. Oh, we've done the shipping, right? Anything else on shipping? Done the Etsy marketing. Oh my God. This is where I fall short. I'm this short. Marketing is key. I'm lousy. I'm so bad at marketing. So bad. Pathetically bad. So marketing, you have to find your market, as in your audience. I'm still, as this page is evolving, I've moved away from posting things on painting pages, because I realize you're not my audience, unless you want to learn to paint and you want to have a class with me. You're not going to buy my pieces, right? You want to sell your own. So I've gone on to more of home decor, more fine art. And so again, my audience is getting smaller and hopefully more focused on the people who actually like what I do. And the marketing, God, you can market, if you're a good market person. Website companies. Okay, I'll get back to the website. If you're doing a good job at marketing, and there are some phenomenal people on Facebook who have got marketing to a T, and good for them. I wish they'd tell me their knowledge, but I don't think they will without me paying for them. So, but cheap, I'm not gonna. But here's an example, and this is why I brought props. See this? Now, I know it's only $3.42. And again, we're talking about my very expensive non-alcoholic wine. Let me see. I drink it because I like the glass. when I'm cooking, when I don't drink anymore, but when I cooked dinner, I used to always have a glass of wine. And so I figured it out that it's not actually the wine that I enjoy drinking, it's the glass. There's something about just that feeling of refinement. But anyway, so these non-alcoholic wine company produce really bad non-alcoholic wine, and yet they market it to people like me who are willing to pay $12 for grape juice and think that they're getting a good deal and that this is a good product because they tell me it's a good product, and it's not. And I'll probably buy another bottle. So that's how marketing works. Grape juice, that's what it is. I don't even like grape juice, David. I will not drink grape juice. So yes, marketing. At some point I would think I am going to have to pay somebody to do marketing for me, because I'm a dead loss. Websites. You mentioned websites. Did you know I have a website? I bet you didn't know that, did you? I do. And I think if you have a business, it is a good idea to have a website because it gives the, I don't want to say illusion, but it kind of like ups who you are in terms of being a legit business, right? Every business has a website. I have a website. I started off, and I actually made my website myself. That's how easy it is. I ended up paying a very nice family relative to install widgets because I'm like, widgets? What are widgets? Oh my God. Oh, if I start installing stuff, it could just all blow up. And then I got all like, oh. But if you're having, if you're having a very simple website, it's very easy. It does, yeah, it gives you credibility, absolutely. I love my website. I started it thinking, I'm going to be a blogger because I actually do like writing, and I'll do all these blogs. And then once I did the blogs, I'm like, oh, it's really quite hard. I'm not going to do something if it's hard. What's the fun in that? So I only do blogs if I have something really good to talk about, which is not often, right? You've been around me for quite a while, you know. So yes, do a website. You can buy my beautiful furniture on my website. Did you know that? I bet you didn't, did you? What are we going to do? I don't know. So yes. Oh, so website. I don't know. You can do WordPress. Is a good website platform. My website probably cost me about $200 a year. Now my husband would say that's a waste of money, and he would have a good point. But I need a website, and so should you. And I think that's everything. I think, Laurie, I'm almost leaving. Tax deduct. Well, my taxes are a little bit different because we do joint taxes. So I pay tax on absolutely everything, and I don't necessarily like tax write-offs. And the reason why I don't is, and this is how sad, because I'm going to tell you how not profitable my business is. I need to make X amount of dollars per year to get my social security points. So if I don't make enough money, I don't get the points for my quarter, and at some point I'm going to get really old and infirm, and I'm going to need some cash. So in terms of tax deducts, that's not my thing. Should be right. I should, you have some small businesses who just like, this year I think we're just not going to make money. I think everything's just going to be a tax write-off. And I'm like, well, sometimes not making money is not an option for me because I just do that naturally. Some point I'm going to be working in a call center. Yeah. But I actually enjoy doing my stuff. I love it. It's, for me, again, when I posted a thing about all the things I was glad for, and that's really bad grammar, I know that, and that was intentional. But I am so fortunate to have found that I like painting. I just do. It just fills something in me that not even non-alcoholic wine can fill. So that's it, I think. Anyone can have a website. Yes, I have about, how many subscribers do I have to my website? Probably, it's a little bit embarrassing because not even you lot knew I had a website. Now go on and subscribe. I had about 2,000 subscribers. So again, my website's not big because I am seldom on it. I'm not just gonna blog about what I wore today, because and my Facebook page is small because I don't want to appeal to the masses. I think, again, when I was talking last time about making that distinction between my page and other painting pages, is that I don't want to branch out. I want my focus to be on one piece at a time, and I have to spend enough time to make my finish exquisite. And if it's not exquisite, what's the point? What is the point? So there's only, I can only grow so far. Name of my website is The Paint Factory, PDX. PDX as in the abbreviation for Portland.com. Thank you. So I don't want to branch out. I don't want to get into smalls. I just want to do beautiful furniture and not be rushed doing it. And so far, I have that dresser in the garage still that I go every day and I look at and I think, what color should you be? So I'm choosing colors. I have an idea of the image I want to do. So that's it. So yeah, so my page, like I say, everything I've told you now is just what I did. The good, the bad, the ugly. I'm so cute. Stop it. No, go on, stop. What am I, Jessica? Come on, what am I? So my page is just me. It's just, some English chick who has an attitude, who paints. So if there's any more questions about what I did, again, this is the wrong page to be on to get really good business advice. I'm just saying. You're the ones watching. I did warn you right at the very beginning, right, that I'm not a business person. I just have kind of figured what works for me, and I have to stay true to that. And yeah, I can't move. I cannot move. So Got to be true to yourself. And that's it. Boom. So I will leave you all. I will go and drink my disgusting wine because people are telling me that it's good. And I will look through all your comments, and if you have any more questions, let me know. I'll try and get the link to UShip, go onto WordPress. I'll find the thing for the Greyhound shipping. You have to have a business Facebook page. December, I'm talking to you. Have you done it yet? Bet you haven't. And again, if you have sent me a friend request, I'm sure I would adore you. I'm sure. But I have to keep that little bit of me for me. Plus, do you want to really know what my sisters are arguing about? I don't think so. I don't. So that's it. So I will talk to you all, hopefully. Oh, it's only Monday. Who knows? I mean, gosh, I could do another one this week. Absolutely nothing to talk about. But so I will talk to you all later. And thank you again for indulging me. And until next time, bye.